it's about learning about the community and about the people there and projecting their memories into the future.
Right now we are fully immersed in the Traces project. We are working with 3 artists and about 10 youth interns, and together we're creating a series of 3 projection-based multimedia artworks in video, animation, and shadow puppetry. And all of these artworks are going to be projected outdoors in the Strathcona downtown Eastside neighborhood. And they are going to illuminate and sort of shift the visual dynamic of the Hastings Street corridor for 2 nights in late July.
What we did was we interviewed a whole bunch of people who live or use the area, and then we compiled all the things that they talked about into kind of a story.
I'm from Guatemala and I came to Canada in 1992.
Just kind of looking back at what BC was like in that neighborhood 30, maybe 40 years ago.
It's about just telling like the multiplicity and like the multi-layers of a community's past and the community's memory.
It's a mixed media thing, so there's a bunch of different groups and they're each doing their own type of media. One of them is doing film, we're doing stop motion animation, and we're just trying to incorporate all of these interviews and stuff to make something that kind of represents the community.
The animating project began with us going out to interview local business people and find out who they could connect us with in the community.
The Union Market. So I got there and then I was looking around, I was like, oh my god, all this food here reminds me of Brazil. And then they turned over Portuguese. I was like, oh, you guys are Portuguese. And she's like, yeah.
We sort of thought about the main elements of their stories and decided on how to portray their characters.
So we decided to do a little bit more poetic approach than just going over all that interview footage and then just to use that footage to tell a story.
Charlie got shifted like an inch too low.
My group is the Shadow Ninjas.
It's been great. Until next week.
I will be riding my bike and showing everybody in the audience what happens when you ride your bike around Vancouver. Now tell me what happens. Well, you meet a bunch of people and they tell you a bunch of stories about their life in Vancouver.
One of the person I interviewed called Hendrik, he's an awesome person because he loves helping others.
I have Hendrik, this guy right here, he's awesome.
She's a fantastic puppet maker. I think it's very complimentary actually. You know, we're all characters of some sort, right?
We're the Jackson 4.
Our video is focused on the intersection with Hastings and Jackson. It really didn't take long before we started exploring the 4 corners at that intersection that we realized there's a lot of kind of community gathering at each of those spaces, and they all have their own functions, and they've all kind of been placeholders for a lot of different experiences and memories.
We took a lot of liberty in the definition of a documentary, and we kind of made it our own thing. It's half an art piece and half a documentary, I suppose.
A lot of the people that we interview, they've got, you know, lots of really positive things to say about the neighborhood, and even one of the people said that their happiest memory was seeing their kids grow up there. And it's just really kind of changed my view on things.
There's going to be like screenings of all our final projects for everyone to see because it's free and you can just walk around and enjoy wonderful art stuff we did.
I think that there are aspects of our work that could be interesting to people who come from any area or any background.
So it's really great, you know, for me to see myself how Vancouver truly is and to be able to share it with my friends, you know.
This is opening night for Project Traces. You can look at the shirt. The shirt says it all.
My name is Kate. I'm gonna volunteer at the Traces.
Right now I'm just actually preparing some things to say to all of our audiences.
My very first memory is standing in my crib and looking out my window, out the front window, facing east and looking down Hastings Street.
Great, I got school here.
Diana and her crew ran into me and asked me to say some things about it. I was more than happy to, because it seemed like there was somebody who was taking an interest in doing something positive and bringing the neighborhood to others.
To bring people in from other neighborhoods and to show them that it's just like any other community. It's just in a different area of the city, right? And a city that gets a bad rap.
And so we were driving past, and suddenly we saw these like storefronts kind of lit up with like film stuff, and I'm a filmmaker, and I was just like, what the hell, let's get out and just see what the hell's going on. I think it's fabulous.
It's so good to just be in this space in a different way and move around it, thinking about stories and narrative. I think that's vital for this city at this point in time.
It was a really amazing mix of people, many of whom are from the neighborhood, many of whom were visiting the neighborhood. A real mix of ages, really intergenerational, which is a reflection of the nature of the project.
It's just the beginning. This is our last true moment together. We're getting emotional.